Good afternoon, everybody. Match 14 of the 1987 Cricket World Cup was played here today. It was the match between the two associate members, Kenya and Holland. The match was played at Delhi. Kenya were looking for a respectable performance after two poor batting performances in the previous two matches. This was Holland's first match in 9 days after losing against India at Calcutta by 7 wickets 9 days ago. And the pitch was hard. It was a day-night match. The pitch was hard and quite flat with a fast outfield. But Holland won the toss and elected to bowl first on a hard pitch. The 3 previous matches at Delhi were all won by the team batting first. Before today's match. Holland, the Dutch captain, said, having seen Zimbabwe only score 196 for 6 in the last game on this pitch, and even though Ireland got bowled out for 36, he felt that there was something in it for the bowlers to start off with. The scores, obviously Zimbabwe got 196 for 6, and the 2 previous innings were Sri Lanka all out for 252 and Pakistan managed 267 for 6. But he felt, despite it being hard and flat, there'd be something in it for the bowlers, and he also said Kenya's batting has been not great in this World Cup, so he felt that there was a chance to shake up the Kenyan batting, and this is what happened in today's match. As you can see, it was the correct decision. It was a woeful effort from Kenya. And Kenya's batting as poor as it's ever been, as poor or as it's been throughout the tournament. They were all out for 136 in just 34 overs. A woeful effort. A first ball duck for Adesh Ubanger. 9 for David Ubaya. 22 for Collins Ubaya. Steve Ticklow. 2. Tammy Mishra was out for a duck. 14 for Thomas Adoyo. 40 off just 70 balls for Ravinder Patel. 17 for Nedem Unbayo. Peter Ogongo got 6. 17 for Elia Otieno, and James and Goshe got 2. But it was a woeful effort. 136 all out in just 36 overs. In just 36 overs, not 34 overs. Bowlers did well. The all-rounder, 1 for 47, 20 for 2 for the medium pacer, 21 for 2 for the fast bowler, all-rounder, 17 for 2 for the slow left armer, and 27 for 1 for the main fast bowler. Ruthless from the Dutch today, and it continued with a bat. They absolutely cakewalked the run chase. They won in 24.3 overs, 43 for number 1 batsman not out of just 50 deliveries, 9 and 12 for the number 2 and number 3 batsman. But the man of the match was the Dutch number 4 batsman for his 70 not out of just 65 deliveries. Absolutely relentless. There's nothing in it for the bowlers for Kenya. They got absolutely whacked all over the place. Collins Abaya, 20 for 0, 29 for 0 for Stephen Ticklow, 17 for 0 for Nedim Umbayo, Peter Odegango, 26 for 0, 2 for 29 for Elia Otieno, the only bowler to get wickets, and 15 for 0 for James and Goshe. A desperate performance from Kenya. In the end, match between Kenya and Holland and Delhi. Holland won the toss, selected to bowl first on a hard, flat surface, but Kenya's batting performance was absolutely woeful. They made the pitch look even more difficult than what it was. They were all out for 136 in just 36 overs, and the Dutch chased for runs emphatically. They ended 140 for 2. They chased it in just 24.3 overs. Holland winning by 8 wickets, and the man of the match for his 70 of 65 deliveries was the number 4 Dutch batsman. Kenya have got to play India and Australia in their final 2 games. It's now more than likely that Kenya are going to finish bottom of the group and not get a single win. They've got the host nation India in about 3 or 5 days time, I believe. They've got the host nation, India, in a week's time, and then they've got Australia in their final match. And the way those two teams are playing, and Kenya are not going to be getting anything out of that match. Bottom of the table. Holland's first win of the tournament, an emphatic win to get them started. They now go into their matches against Australia, England, and Sri Lanka, with some really good form in the tournament. An emphatic win for Holland. Kenya just having a dreadful tournament so far. Tomorrow's match, another match against two associate members, Ireland versus the Rebel South African 11. Whoever loses that tomorrow will probably be favourites to finish bottom of Group 1 as well, and probably not win a single match either. Ireland looking for what would be their second win against Rebel South African 11. They beat them famously. They beat them in 1979 at Colombo. I think it was in Colombo. Let's just have a look. Yeah, they beat them at Kandy by 44 runs in 1979. That was a win which saw Ireland and set themselves up to reach the quarterfinals of the Cricket World Cup in that tournament. As they look to try and do something. Because obviously we saw two associate members, we're not going to get any statistics from them. An emphatic win for Holland. I tell you what, Kenya look absolutely woeful this World Cup. They're not in this tournament at all. They look absolutely woeful in the tournament. That is probably one of the most disappointing batting displays I've seen in the tournament for a team batting first. Holland did the right thing. Kenya just absolutely woeful, and Holland made Kenya's batting performance even worse with a really comfortable run chase and a really emphatic run chase. You won't see a most emphatic win there. So Holland have their first win. Kenya are now favourites to finish bottom of the group without 0 points. Tomorrow's match will be the battle for probably the wooden spoon in Group 1. Ireland versus the Rebel South African 11. But until then, this is me, Lawrence Howard, reporting on the 1987 Cricket World Cup being played here on Brian Lara Cricket on PlayStation. And in India, it's goodbye from me.